is a ghost in the mathematical machine of the universe, and it is hidden where you would never look, in a stupid, boring collision. Forget circles, forget trigonometry, forget every polite geometry class you ever slept through. Imagine the most innocuous scenario possible. Two metal blocks sliding on a frictionless surface with an immovable wall to the left. The chaos starts now. If the block on the right has the same mass as the block on the left, they exchange velocity. The small one hits the wall, bounces back, hits the big one. 3 collisions. End of story. Trivial. Boring. But if you increase the mass of the incoming block by a factor of 100 kilos versus 1, the number of collisions jumps to 31. Increase it to 10,000 kilos. 314 collisions. 1,000,000 kilos. 3,141 collisions. Are you seeing the pattern, or do I need to spell it out? 3, 1, 4, 1. The universe is spitting out the digits of pi through dry metal impacts. Circles. Notation. Juste linéaire brute force. How the hell did the most famous constant of circular geometry end up in a problem that only involves straight lines? To understand why reality just glitched, you need to stop looking at the physical blocks and start looking at the information. We need to strip away the physics and leave only the naked mathematics. Every state of this system where the blocks are located can be mapped as a single point on a 2D graph. The position of the small block is the x-axis. The position of the large block is the y-axis. Simple. But here is the dirty secret, the law of conservation of energy. Kinetic energy. 1/2 mass times velocity squared. This formula isn't just a physical rule. It is a geometric handcuff. The sum of the energies must remain constant. Mathematically, the equation x squared plus y squared equals a constant is the definition of a circle. If we rescale the coordinates by the square root of the mass, that ugly elliptical data set snaps into a perfect circle. The chaotic movement of the blocks, banging back and forth, isn't random. In the configuration space, the system is just a single point traveling lazily along the edge of a hidden circle that you cannot see with your eyes. This is where your brain starts to liquefy. Every collision block against block, or block against wall corresponds to a discrete jump along this abstract circle. It is as if you are slicing a mathematical pizza. The size of the slice is determined by an angle, let's call it theta, which depends directly on the square root of the mass ratio. The larger the invading block, the smaller the angle and the thinner the slice. What we are doing, in practice, is asking, how many thin slices of this angle fit inside the total possible arc of velocities? And what is the total size of that arc in radians? Is p. Exactly p. The number of collisions is literally the universe trying to calculate how many times the tiny angle theta fits inside pi. If the mass is gigantic, the angle is microscopic, and the number of steps to fill the space approaches the exact value of pi. The physics isn't generating pi. The physics is just a shadow projected from a perfect circular geometry existing in a higher dimension that you are too blind to see. The blocks don't know they are calculating. They are just slaves to the geometry. But the worst part is not even that. You might think this is just a chalkboard curiosity to impress freshmen. Wrong. This same mathematics, this same circular glitch, is the engine that could break your bank's encryption tomorrow. I am talking about quantum computing. Grover's algorithm, used to search unorganized databases with absurd speed, works exactly the same way. In a quantum computer, you don't check items one by one. You rotate the state vector of the system. With every quantum operation, you rotate the probability toward the correct answer. And guess what? The math describing these rotations in Hilbert space is identical to the math of two stupid blocks hitting each other on ice. The transfer of kinetic energy between the blocks is analogous to amplitude amplification in a quantum processor. The universe reuses the exact same source code to collide toys and to process the fundamental information of reality. This suggests something disturbing. If simple classical mechanics and advanced quantum mechanics converge on the same hidden geometric structure, maybe motion and calculation are the same thing. Maybe the universe isn't simulating physics. Maybe physics is just the sound of the universe thinking, processing data, searching for an answer. And every time you hear that metal clash, every time energy is transferred, you aren't watching an accident. You are witnessing a processing cycle. The system runs, calculates, and the final result is inevitable. Because in the beginning of everything, there was a ghost in the mathematical machine of the universe.